Hi Eric, my name is Christina. I told you I'd get you this free video over with some tips on how to set your company above your competition when it comes to the internet. So we're going to talk about three things today, and I'm going to jump right into it so this doesn't take up too much of your time. So content. The average site needs 1,000 to 1,500 words in order to be optimized with Google. I recommend doing that on the homepage since that's where most of the backlinks are going to go to, and sometimes people don't even look past the homepage. And right now you're currently sitting at about 500 words. So I would definitely recommend that first, getting your content, as in the words that are on your homepage, up to over 1,000. And then that way you could beat your competition out and make sure that that content has keywords that are built in to your content. And I'm going to show you what I mean here in a second. Your number one competitors, when I do a search of HVAC Spring, Texas, which if you look here, it's showing about 90 people a month are searching for this. So if you're not showing up here on the first page of Google, then you're missing out on those potential 90 customers. And the keywords is the actual search that you're doing. So that's what I'm talking about by having that built into your content. So HVAC Spring, Texas, the number one competitor right now, Yelp has the number one spot, Home Advisor number two, which isn't uncommon, but SWAT Texas looks like they're in the number 3 spot. So I pulled up their website as well. And they're actually only sitting at about 800 words, so very beatable just by getting that 1,000 to 1,500 words of content. And you don't want to just go after this keyword search. The more keywords that you have built into your site, like HVAC Spring, Texas, air conditioning repair Spring, Texas, etc., then the more you're going to show up on different searches that people are doing. And so by having that content of 1,500 words closer to that, then you make sure that you're going to beat out your competition for all of those keywords. Moving on to the next visible section, when you do a search in Google, you have ads up here at the top. Obviously, you probably know about Google Ads. We're not going to get into that today, but I do want to talk about this next spot, which is Google Map Pack. And this is based on your Google My Business, and I saw you do have one. And with your Google My Business, that's where you list your business name, address, and phone number. And you can actually get in the top 3 spots here without being in the number 1 spot down here. You just have to show up for this keyword somewhere on their organic search. The way to get up in the top 3 spots is with citations, and in order to get citations, you submit your information into directories like Yellow Pages, Yelp, etc. So I have a tool I'm going to show you called whitespark.ca. This is something you can go out and get yourself. It costs about $30 to $70 a month depending on which plan you pick, and it really breaks down what citations you're listed under. So you can see here that I've got you pulled up and you currently have 15 citations. Now you might have more out there, but this tool is only showing 15, and that could be a discrepancy with how you're listed. Your Google My Business has to match the citations perfectly down to the last letter, phone number, the address. All of it has to be listed perfectly for it to show up on any tool, which these are the same kind of tools that Google's going to be using when they are crawling websites for this information. Your competitors, so you see here your number one competitors is Spring Woodlands Air Technicians, and they currently have 29 citations. Now the great thing about this tool is you can actually go in here and click and see where they're listed and make sure you go get listed on those same places. Just like I said, make sure that it's listed exactly like it is on your Google My Business page. And the last thing that we're going to talk about are backlinks. So we call this link juice. Basically it works like site A points to site B. Site A is the link juice that gives Site B more authority in Google's eyes, like a popularity contest. So in order to make sure that you're doing it effectively, you can have a lot of sites coming in, but there's more to it than that. Link juice is more effective if you have a relative site linking back to you. For example, a blog post about maybe a certain air conditioning brand that you really like, with a backlink coming back to your web page for people to find you. That's going to have a lot more authority to Google than a blog about pizza, because you don't sling pizzas for a living. So you really want to make sure that you have relative backlinks that are coming back to you. Another tool I'm going to show you right now that, again, you can go out and get yourself if you wanted to work on this is ahrefs.com, ahrefs.com. And this one's a little more expensive. It costs about $100 to $120 a month for the tool, but it really breaks down what your website's doing. So if you see here, this is what I'm talking about with the backlinks. You have 15 different domains. That's different websites with 30 different backlinks coming back to your page. And if you look at your number one competitors, the SWAT guys that I talked about, they currently have 57 different domains with 220 backlinks. So this is very beatable, but these are the numbers that you want to beat so that you can show up number one here on the organic search. So in closing, we talked about content, getting that 1,000 to 1,500 words on your home page, citations, go get yourself listed out there on all those different directories, and then link juice, making sure that you're going out after those backlinks. If this is something you have questions on, give me a call at 816-323-4100, or if you feel like maybe you just don't have time to do all of this because you're too busy running your business, I'd be happy to help. Again, my name is Christina. I'm with KC Phoenix SEO, and thanks for watching my video.